Previously on Expedition Earth, my dad dumps his GoPro in the Peace River while looking for fossils.
No matter how many expeditions we've made, every time it's back to the basics. You gotta bring the right gear, and it's all gotta fit in one carry-on. Except this trip, I had to test my fate. We're going camping, and I'll need to check a bag. And just to complicate matters, Race doesn't want to go camping. I'm going to Florida in February, so you never know what temperature you're going to be meeting. And we're looking for fossils. I'm talking shark fossils. So this is what we're talking. We're walking in the woods and we see this little green flash. And the green flash is an eye that is reflecting back something from the retina that makes it look green. So, you know, spiders have 8 eyes, and this is probably some sort of a wolf spider. Genus and species, of course, you could go crazy with, but this guy's on the side, and he's all good. He's not moving. You see, he's got 2 false eyes. Race, can you see the false eyes in the front facing me?
Oh, yeah.
The pedipalps are on the other side. Put the light right on the spider for me. You got spiders here. If you're paying attention, put the light on my face, would you? If you're paying attention, you can basically see all kinds of creatures by the reflection of their eyes. Even though now it is dark and we no longer have the ability to see directly, you can see indirectly with a decent flashlight or a decent headlamp. Headlamps are much easier. Okay, we're gonna get back on the trail. Let's go. Okay, we got a mosquito coming in or something, but what I know now, but did not realize then, is we're in the process of getting really lost. This looks like a trefoil, a type of flower. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. It looks like an orchid or from the orchid family. Stuff you're just not going to see during the day. Everything's washed out. There's so much freaking light. You can't see. There's too much. Your body just can't handle it. Mind your eyes. If you're just joining us, you're on the expedition. We're live on Facebook now. Something we've never really done before. We're going to give it another minute. If we don't find anything, you have to check back. Right now, we're looking for snakes, obviously, and anything else we can find. It's just past dusk. We're in Arcadia, Florida, which is this... Just in case you think we're putting you on when it comes to our obsession with snakes, have a look at this from back in May 2018. I realize what you're about to see may be confusing. We're attempting to capture a snake. I'm filming. I'm going to try to get him. He's going to bite me. It's okay. I'm going to get bit. And my hope is that you'll realize that these creatures are completely harmless. Okay, I'm not going to hurt you. That's unusual for a racer to do this. Usually the racers won't do that. They won't be submissive. Don't get me wrong. These snakes will certainly try to bite you. But in this particular case, it's just too cold. Sorry. Get in close on these scales. That's too close right there. See how smooth they are? Yeah. What that means is It is not a black rat snake. This is a beautiful northern black racer. Okay? He will normally try to take a good chunk out of you, but not today. Did you musk us a little? I believe this is a male. Long, skinny tail. Long, skinny tail. Can you get right up on his face? Come on over here. Come back here. Ironically, for those of you that really dislike snakes, the northern black racer eats other snakes, as well as rodents. Thanks to guys like Chuck Annicelli and Bruce Timmerman of the Connecticut Herpetologists League, I've completely shed my fear of snakes. That's right, I used to be afraid. Only after getting a complete education and learning the difference between venomous and non-venomous species did I gain an understanding about them. And as you can see here, I'm paying it forward with my own son, Race. He's not afraid at all. We're lost. Okay, it's dark. We're in a labyrinth of trails in the middle of the Peace River habitat.
I will resort to eating you. If that ever comes to that, I'm gonna eat you.
I don't think I will provide that much sustenance for you, but I am available if you need to eat me as your father. You can have me. Okay, so, right, so we just realized that, okay, we're switched around. This river doesn't run north-south. The river, which we were walking along the edge, does a huge 180 bend. So you can't just follow the river and say, oh, I know where I am. The sun set to the west, obviously. Now the moon just rose. I was walking in the opposite direction of what my mind was telling me. We're going in the wrong direction. We're freaking lost. We really are lost, and I'm obsessed with this adventure to find a megalodon tooth. I'm blinded. The car is going to be from this vantage point to our right, not our left. We have to turn around and start going back, which I think was what you had actually said to me.
Yeah. Listen
Okay.
to the 12-year-old child. Oh, ground.
I'm going to guess that what we ought to do is check the app and confirm where the car is located. I didn't think it was working. I ignored the Google Maps to show where the car was because it just didn't make any sense. You know how easy it is to get lost? Especially if you get nervous, you get all flipped out. Right up in there.
Turn your light off.
No. Shut your light off. This is a different species, completely different species than the ones we saw before, which we called green eyes. This is some sort of an orb weaver, and unfortunately we just don't have the right kind of technology to show you up close and get you some really good images. You know, Race has come a long way. He did not flip out. Usually when we get lost, he flips out. He's just like cool as a cucumber. He's finally realized, look, you're not going to die, dude. We know where the sun is. We know where the moon is. We're going to find our way back, but we truly have been lost here for a solid 40 minutes. Found it. He found it. We found it. Okay. It's grateful that we made it. Look at this. Look at the freaking moon. It's on fire. I think we got a super moon tonight. Look at that thing. It's just amazing. If you are into such things, I think this is one of the super moons that is extremely, just humongous because it's just a tad bit closer to the planet than normal. Later, okay. I'm going to be sleeping in an exposed hammock. I've never done this before, but this is where I'm sleeping. Right over here. We saw all kinds of mammal tracks. There's a good chance there'll be visits in the middle of the night, but we're ready for them. Race has decided he's not going to sleep in his hammock. He's going to sleep in the car.
Very comfortable.
Somebody left a towel on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm still a parent, you know? Dude, I hope this thing will hold. I jerry-rigged a fastener there, and I jerry-rigged one up there. Okay, stick with us, okay? It's gonna get crazy. I swear to it. Bye-bye. Meanwhile, back at Chez Nana, my mom is ripshit over the fact that I am going to be sleeping in an exposed hammock. My son is going to be sleeping in the car, and she is begging and pleading me with text messages and sending out daggers on Facebook. Okay, that was the easiest and most ridiculously simple procedure I've ever had in a camping adventure. I simply slipped into my little fleece bag after I laid out my air mattress with just a couple of puffs of air. I'm already hot. Hopefully I'm not going to sweat to death in this thing. It's got to be 68 degrees. Race is tucked into the automobile, safe and sound, which, by the way, my mother is freaking out right now. Mom, he's in the freaking truck. He's in the RAV4. He's going to be fine. And I think I'm going to be fine, too. I've got a couple thoughts. Why is no one else here in this camping site during, like, high season? It's February. Everybody from north comes south. All of a sudden, it's kind of dawning on me. Maybe something suspicious is happening here at the campsite. I'm down by that. Was it all just some elaborate scheme to trap us tourists from the north? There's no one here. It's just Race and I. Sometimes it's worth the risk. You want to go for a megalodon? Why is no one else here? I swear to God, I am on, like, I don't know, 50 acres? 30, 40, 50 acres? There's nobody here. I'm on the Peace River, like the most majestic place you've ever known. I just did a quick search on Google to see, was there a murder here? Are there bears here? Are there freaking rattlesnakes everywhere? I think they killed all the snakes. I think they have basically destroyed all the wildlife because I didn't see any except for spiders. And for that, only 2 different species. I've seen squirrels and spiders. Nothing. I have a special gift where I can sense the slightest bit of human suffering. You've got to see more snakes, don't you? Take a look at this. Back in May 2018. Okay, we got a gorgeous water snake. Race and I spotted him almost simultaneously. He's right there. He is gorgeous. That's a fat female. I would say that's a fat female right there. I cannot explain to you why I'm obsessed with snakes, but right now I have an opportunity to capture a beautiful, beautiful northern water snake. I'm gonna get a little wet. It's not precisely the way I want to do it. I don't think I can approach him in any way where he'll actually not see me. I got him. No injuries either. Oh, look at the coloration. Oh, go ahead, musk me. Oh, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. Hi. Look at the coloration. Gorgeous. Oh. Of all the snakes that I've studied and followed over the years, the northern water snake is the one that just seems to get the worst of all the raps. People think it's a copperhead. Copperheads would never be found dead in the water. These guys are completely non-venomous. They do have an anticoagulant in their saliva, so if they do bite you, you'll bleed a bit longer, but you'll survive. Normally would bite the ever-living hell out of me, but I happened to get lucky. He's cool enough where I was able to stop him from doing any bad biting. And the eyes do look like they're trying to shed, don't they? A little cloudy? They're not too bad. Not too bad? Okay, ready? Good luck, honey. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. But I'm in a hammock. It's kind of hard to show you. It's in the pitch dark. There's no one here. Race has his phone. If there's something he needs to contact me, he can text me. I'm in Florida. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that because it is 70 degrees and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's gorgeous out. It's Florida. It's February. Everything here is thinking, oh my God, it's cold. The truth is, it is cold. If you're a reptile, I need it to be 85 in the morning and then 99 during the day. So we're a solid 25 degrees south of where you would want to be if you were in this habitat or you had, become acclimated to the habitat. I have mosquito netting for my face. I think that's, put this on my face like that. Mosquito netting. How's that? Mom, listen, everything's good. I'm sleeping in a hammock. I'm totally protected with my little mosquito netting. I'm tired. Let me just take a little break. I'll check back maybe in an hour or something if I hear some noises. If I hear some rustling in the woods there, okay? Bye-bye now. I can't even sleep. Being buzzed by mosquitoes all night. Maybe my mother was right anyways. I should have went to Shea Nana for the comfort and the relaxation and the safety with my son instead of sleeping in this hammock. I'm worried about inmates, all an obsessive, compulsive fight to find the megalodon tooth. I think it's official. We survived. You in there, buddy? Reese, we made it. How'd you sleep, buddy?
I want to go back to sleep.
That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Not a single mishap throughout the entire night. I heard raccoons, great horned owls. I heard barred owls. There was not a single stir. Matter of fact, that's not entirely accurate. The mosquitoes did drive me a little crazy until I realized I could just create a tent over my face, and all I had to do was simply let it go. But the hammock is an amazing place to sleep. Look at this thing. It's perfect. You take your air mattress, put a little air in it. Here's your little fleece sleeping bag. You got your little pocket here to put a couple little things in. This thing works like a charm. In the car, look at that right there. And the river is right there. Yes, it is kind of like a weird place. It does look like maybe people were murdered here and now no one's here because we're in the middle of the freaking high season. How could it be nobody's here? But for those of you just joining us, you're on the expedition. Race and I are on a absolute mission to find the megalodon tooth, a shark that's been extinct for over 10 million years. We're not stopping until we find one. I know this is crazy, but we just drove by this place here, New Florida Ventures. It says sand and fill for sale. What are the odds that we could possibly ask somebody here if they would let us dig? Maybe they'll let us dig. Let's just go in and ask. Is there someone here that would potentially just let us take a peek in some of the piles? These people, I'm sure they'll look kindly on us northerners. I'm sure they will. Good morning.
Morning.
I know this may sound crazy. We're visiting from Connecticut looking for fossils. Is there a pile somewhere, anywhere here where we could just take a little sifter with a shovel? My son's 12. We're just trying to find a shark's tooth, for God's sake.
Well, we've been here for 3 years, and they've dug up quite a bit of it, and the only thing you're really going to find is giant rocks of clay.
That's it? No one has found any fossils?
Nope, lots of everything else, but no fossils.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a bummer. I appreciate you even getting my idea. What is it, just heavy sand in here? Just real sandy stuff? No, you didn't get down deep enough.
Oh, no, they've gone down 50, 60 feet and still nothing, so.
No gravel at all?
Nope, just dirt.
Can you give me a pointer? Is there a job site around here that maybe somebody has gone and found gravel that we could potentially go? He's 12. I mean, the poor guy hasn't seen a shark's tooth. My God. I mean, we're looking for...
You can try the sand pit. When you come out of here, you take a left, the first right.
Yep.
You go down that road, and it'll be the first left.
First.
You go down that left, go down that road, and there's a sand pit down there, too.
You're so kind. What's your name?
Desiree.
Desiree, I'm Scott. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. Okay, so out of here, take a left, and then your first right.
First right and first left.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, there's no fossils here, but she gave us another tip, dude. We got another tip. She says, go to this other place right down the street. Let's give it a shot. What do you think, buddy?
Okay.
Yeah. This is the expedition, baby. We're on the expedition. We're going to find some fossils. Mike LaFleur, if you're out there, this is what you got to do, baby. You understand. Yes, you do. Take a left and then take a right. There's another sand pit down here. Please, off of the device. They need a little help here. Of Florida. You are not going to find fossils up on the surface. You're not going to find them up on the surface. You have to have dug down. Now, the river did the digging for us. The Peace River did the digging, but the water was too high. You couldn't get to where that, the river had dug out all the gravel. You couldn't get to it. We're looking for a sign that says sand pit, son. As it turns out, we never did find that gravel pit. And instead, we found something a whole lot better. Check it out. It's a dream come true. Race and I have always wanted to hold an American alligator, and now we finally got a chance to do it. These guys are so feared, and they're so revered. I think everyone needs to have this opportunity to realize that these are amazing creatures that are not out to kill you.
Their ears are actually right. If you look right behind their eyes, there's little slits right there.
Gorgeous. Look at the scales on them. These amazing reptiles could live to be over 30 years, even 50 years in the wild, and grow to be over 500 pounds. And this is why they are apex predators. But ironically, even though they are at the top of the food chain, they are beginning to feel the effects of climate change. You see, young alligators that are laid in a nest will only develop in varying degrees of male and female based on a certain temperature range. If the temperature gets too hot, they all bore out as boys. There are no girls being born. We made it back to Stump Pass. Race has the same tool. Rio lent it to us again. Come on now, get a good scoop. This is the Mecca, okay? okay? We just did a scoop. We laid it out here. Let's take a look and see what we might have. Let's see here. Oh my God. Look at this beauty. Look at that beauty. Right off the bat, that's our second scoop. We got him. It's a small little... That one could be a lemon or a mako. We're gonna do some research on it and figure out what it is. We got shark's teeth. Again.
Oh my God, look at this one.
You got one?
That's a nice one.
Clean them off. That's bigger than mine. Wow.
Take
That's
that.
gorgeous. That is gorgeous. My name is Scott Tucker, and for those of you that are just joining us, we're finally back in the Connecticut laboratory to actually do a detailed analysis of the shark's teeth that we brought back from Florida. And I am here to tell you, this is beyond anything I had expected. We really did truly find shark's teeth that were fossilized over 10 million years old, 10 to 14 million years old from the Pliocene era. And what we hope to do now is to perhaps open up the door to the exact species that we found. We've got a close-up lens that's just come in from Amazon Prime. We're going to get you right in on the teeth themselves so you can actually look at them and listen to the analysis. Check this out. This tiny little tooth is quite a challenge to try to identify. And quite honestly, we would probably need to take it to the Peabody Museum to get an exact one. But I'm fairly certain, based on the research, that it is a cross between the snaggletooth shark, which is an extinct form of a shark, and an extinct form of a tiger shark. And as you can see, it's tiny. Look at its size in comparison to the top piece of a penny. So, okay, our second specimen. Again, to give you a perspective, we're looking at it juxtaposed to the size of a penny. This one is a cross between a lemon shark and another part of the mouth of the extinct snaggletooth shark. As you can see, it is got a small crown, which, again, think of your own teeth and what a crown of your tooth looks like. And then the gum line is huge on this one. But again, it's a tiny tooth and it's an absolutely beautiful specimen. Well, folks, that just about does it for this edition of Expedition Earth. But wait a minute. After traveling 2,500 miles, risking life and limb again and again in the Peace River, as it turns out, the elusive megalodon tooth was right here in our own home in Madison, Connecticut. You see, my mom planted the seed of hunting for fossilized shark teeth over 20 years ago with this fabulous specimen she gave me as a gift. Now I can say we're done. Thanks again for joining us. See you back next time with more adventures.